If you're looking to promote your music on Spotify and other streaming services, one of the first things you need to figure out is which SmartLink landing page service should you use. Hey everyone, Andrew here. If you're new here and have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know. So first, we're going to cover what is a SmartLink, what is a conversion campaign. I'm going to go through each of the three services, which are pros and cons and pricing for each. And then I'm going to give you my recommendation and the recommendation of a very special guest. So make sure you stick around for that. So first, what is a SmartLink? So this is a SmartLink. This is a link that's designed to promote a specific song. This is not the same thing as a link in bio, like a Linktree or Koji. This is a SmartLink. It has one song, or sometimes an artist or playlist, or even a tour link or something. But it has the artwork, it has the song name, then it has all the different places where you can go find it, and you can control which buttons show up on here, which streaming services show up in here, and you can also customize the artwork. You can install a Facebook pixel on here so that you can use it in what's known as a conversion campaign. So when you go to run Facebook ads, you are putting a pixel on this smart link, and we're not tracking how many people click on our ad. We're not tracking how many people land on this link. We're tracking how many people click through the link and go to stream our song. So if I share my screen again, we can look at analytics for these links. This is another perk of using smart link services. And you get a myriad of data. Where did people go? What countries did they come from? What did the data look over time? So as far as landing page services go, I usually recommend three different options. One, ToneDen, which is free. Two, Hypeddit, which costs $9 a month. And then three, FeatureFM, which starts at $19 a month. All three of these options will get the job done. They all work. And that's why in my core Spotify Growth Machine, I actually cover all three of them, as you can see in the screenshot here. But which one is the best? Unfortunately, I can't give you a concrete answer because it depends on which situation you're in, which type of artist you are, or if you're not an artist, maybe you're a label, the answer is completely different. So I'm going to walk you through each one, and then I'm going to give you my recommendations for which type of person should use each, and then also that special guest I mentioned before. So first up is ToneDen. ToneDen is free. They have a free plan that you can use. You can do everything you need to get started with your ads. They do have paid plans and additional features. Personally, I wouldn't recommend using them. I would only use ToneDen in the free plan. If you wanted to pay for something, use the other two options on this list. But ToneDen does function. It can work perfectly fine in ads. And the way that the pages look, if I just find a random link, I haven't used it for my own music in a while. You go here, it's loading the back end of this, and I can click view landing page so you can see what these pages look like. Very much like the one I showed you before. The one I showed you before here is FeatureFM. This is ToneDen, right? So it works the same way. People go in here, they click a button, it tracks a conversion that we could use in a conversion campaign. ToneDen gives you some back-end analytics where you can track views and click-throughs. For some reason, this is showing 0 now, but usually there's a graph here. I don't know why things are glitching out at the moment. But you also would see where people clicked and what countries people clicked from, not what countries they converted from, but which countries visited the page. Now, on the note about ToneDen being glitchy, ToneDen's a glitchy platform. It's kind of slow. It has problems every so often. It's not like a deal breaker. Like, it still functions in the ads. I think there was only one day a couple of years ago where the actual landing pages in ads just all broke. Like, everyone's just broke for the same day or two period. But the back end is perpetually glitchy. Now, there are some nice things with ToneDen. They have a multi-user functionality, and I'm not going to show it because I'll have to blur out everything anyways. But you can give people permission to easily access your account, so you don't have to share passwords if you have someone else running your ads, or maybe another person in your band or team that's running the ads for you. But another kind of downside of ToneDen is if you're on the free plan, while you do get a bunch of different link options, you can't make a pre-saved link or do an upcoming release link on the free plan. So if you're trying to set up a link for a yet-to-be-released song, there's a hack you have to do to be able to basically fake it out and tell it it's released and then swap out some links on release day. And again, it totally works. And often I will have people start with ToneDen because it's free, right? It's the easiest to set up. But it's if you're doing ads with any type of consistency or decent budget, even if you're only spending $300 a month, probably makes sense to pay for something, but we'll get more into that later. Next up, we have Hypeddit. Hypeddit costs $9 a month. They do have a free plan, but their free plan is not really useful for ads. It doesn't let you install the things you would need to install to be able to run ads on it. But it's only $9 a month or $99 per year, and that gives you a whole bunch more features. For example, well, first let me show you what one of these links actually looks like. Very similar to ToneDen's in mobile. It looks the same in mobile basically, but on desktop, it has this left-right panel view instead of the top-down view. But in terms of performance, it works just the same, right? People do the same thing. And the special guest will tell you more data about if there's any performance differences between these. Generally, they perform adequately similar, but you will find more later. So this landing page for this song here. Now, the nice thing about Hypeddit is the analytics go a lot deeper. ToneDen doesn't let you graph visits and clicks or conversions or click-throughs. They only let you graph page visits. ToneDen doesn't let you graph country-by-country conversions, only country-by-country page views. So if I scroll down here, you can see that there is a lot of data, right? There's country-by-country visits, link clicks per visit. There's top browsers, link clicks per visit. This song is like ridiculous. We've gotten over 100,000 conversions on it. And I think the song is like 5 million streams now. I'll link to a video here if you want to see earlier when the song only had 1.4 million streams. Now it has like 5 million or something. But this is the data you get in the back end of Hypeddit that you don't get on ToneDen. Now, additionally, Hypeddit does support UTM parameters. So if you don't know what that is, don't worry. But if you do, it's a way to segment your data. So if you're sharing your links in multiple places, maybe you have a Facebook ad, maybe you have a second Facebook ad that's only for retargeting, maybe you have a TikTok ad, maybe you have organic links, link in bio. You could put these UTM parameters and actually track them inside of Hypeddit. And you'll see how this compares to something that FeatureFM has when we start talking about FeatureFM. Now, in addition to this, like these are smart links. This is just like what I just showed you in ToneDen. But additionally, when you use Hypeddit, you get access to all their other features. So they also can give you pre-save links. And their pre-save links support a ton of services. And in fact, they support a ton of services in general. If I go back to that dashboard, and let's click on a random thing, links, you can see that they support all these platforms. And ToneDen and FeatureFM both support a similar amount of platforms, but Hypeddit also supports a lot of gates. So you can do download gates where basically you say, hey, I'll give you a free download of X if you go follow me on Spotify, pre-save this song, and give me your email address, for example. You could also do the same thing with a link. Hey, I'll give you special access to this exclusive live stream if you pre-save my song on Spotify. So those are some extra perks you can do inside of Hypeddit. They also have some extra bonus tools where you can make a Spotify playlist deep link builder or this music video maker. Now, probably won't use the music video maker, but the Spotify playlist deep link builder is actually kind of neat. You could do it yourself if you figure out the formula for it, but it's just a handy tool if you're already using Hypeddit. So yeah, that's the nut and bolts of Hypeddit. Both ToneDen and Hypeddit support custom domains. If you want to use a custom domain, you can see here there's forbid.vip. The domain, this is one of the accounts we use for my ad agency, Forbid Media. And then next we're talking about FeatureFM. So FeatureFM is the smart link service that I'm currently using the most. Hypeddit, I used for years as my main platform, and I love it. And again, we'll get into this next when I talk to you about my recommendations for who you are and what you want to use. FeatureFM, the reason why I like it is because it provides a lot of quality of life features. It's way more expensive than Hypeddit at $19 a month starting, but I'm on one of their business business plans, and I think it cost, I don't know, it's like $1,500 a year. But even at just $19 a month or something, I think $19 a month or cheaper if you get annual. And I do have a discount, like 30% off if you get an annual plan on FeatureFM below. And I also do have an affiliate link for Hypeddit below that gives you an extended free trial as well. So check out both of those links below if you're interested in any one of these. FeatureFM feels like the Cadillac of smart link services. Every little thing just feels a little bit more snappy and fluid and designed to like save you time. And if you're doing like a lot of ads, it just feels like it saves you time. And that's the vibe I get. And that feels like what their kind of customer base in mind is when they design this product, and it's priced accordingly. For example, if we go into the analytics, which I actually already have open, just like Hypeddit, you get this day-by-day graph, but you can also share the link and send this to someone so they can look at the report. And as someone who owns an ad agency, this is what we use, FeatureFM, because it's easy for us to share the link with the client so that they can keep their eyes on it as we're running the campaign. Now, I mentioned Hypeddit had the UTM parameters. If we go back to FeatureFM, this back end, if I do get link, you don't have to mess around with UTM parameters here. You just basically choose where you're sharing it, and it generates a custom link that you use. Now, this feature, I think, is only available on the Pro Artist plan. I forget what that is priced at, but it's not the cheapest one. It's like the second one. And you get this ability to easily track where people came from. And the end result of that is like, if you're running a Facebook ad versus a TikTok ad versus like your link in bio versus a Twitter post versus a YouTube description, you can see all that data broken up separately on a channel by channel basis. Similarly, just like typed it, you also get this breakdown by referral. This is like the URL place that sent it. And you also get this beautiful graph that shows you where people clicked. Hypeddit also shows you this information, but this is kind of the thing where like FeatureFM presents it just a little bit nicer, right? Everything feels a little fancier, basically. And then you get this country by country breakdown. And I find that it's very nice to be able to see the visits, the unique users, and the clicks of service. And then you can also go in and graph different periods of time, and everything's fairly snappy. The other big reason why I use FeatureFM now is because it has multi-artist support, at least at their business plan. So I have like an account for my Andrew Southworth, We Have a Waking Moment, I have Dinner Studios, the ads that I run for like certain people, and I have Forbid Media, and then this is a business partner of mine, like running ads and being able to manage it all in one place and switch between accounts. So I could go into Andrew Southworth and I can see all my links separately. I can save presets for each artist, and each artist can have their own customized link in bio. And you can even run certain types of ad campaigns specified for each artist, like AudioMac and website ads and Deezer ads and stuff like that. And there's also a user account system where you can invite people to manage your account. Again, only available at the more expensive plan. So next, as we transition to talk about this next topic, I want to mention who each one of these services is really best suited for. Now, each one of these 3 landing page services, in my opinion, has its own kind of target market that it's best suited for. But before I go through and tell you what my preferences are and my recommendations are, let's hear what Kyle has to say.
What's up, everyone? My name is Kyle, and I'm the founder of Kyle the Ally. In addition to the subjective points that Andrew already mentioned, you may be wondering how the quantitative performance compares across the 3 most common landing page options. Andrew asked me to quickly share with you the data I collected as part of an experiment I ran to compare Hypeddit, ToneDen, and FeatureFM landing pages. Based on the results of my experiment, I found that Hypeddit and FeatureFM had comparable performance when it comes to driving listeners to Spotify and for getting important engagement metrics such as saves on your song. I performed a statistical analysis on my results and found there was no significant difference in performance between these 2 landing pages. However, ToneDen's performance was significantly worse than the other 2 options I tested. Although Hypeddit and FeatureFM get comparable performance, Hypeddit's subscription is actually quite a bit cheaper than FeatureFM's. That's why Hypeddit is my personal preferred service. This is what I use to promote my own music projects, that's what I use to promote my clients' projects, and what I recommend to most people when they ask me for a recommendation. If you're curious to learn more about my experiment, including how I set it up, the results I got, my analysis, and how my findings can help your music marketing, check out the full walkthrough video I just published on my own YouTube channel. Andrew will put a link up here so you guys can go check that out. Now, back to you, Andrew.
So yeah, that's Kyle's opinion. You can check out more in his video here. My opinion, I generally agree with Kyle. Like, Hypeddit is a great solution. I think for most people, Hypeddit probably is the best answer. But overall, just to give you more information, if you're just starting and you want to just get going as fast as possible, that's where I think ToneDen makes sense, especially if you're on a tight budget and you want to just keep things as easy as possible to get started. I would do ToneDen. If you're spending any type of significant amount of money or you're going to be doing this long term, I would at the very least consider Hypeddit or FeatureFM. Now, the breakdown between Hypeddit and FeatureFM depends on what type of artist you are, what type of entity you are. If you're a label, I think FeatureFM is a no-brainer. It seems like that's what it's designed for. Labels, managers, people with multiple music projects, people who are spending a lot of money. If you're spending $1,000 a month in ads, do you really care if you're spending $9 a month or $29 a month? Like, do you really care about that extra $20 if you're already spending $1,000 in your ads? Even if it could make it 1% better, it would pay for itself many times over. So, but also if you need multi-user management, Hypeddit doesn't have that you have to share your password. If you need multiple artist slots and presets, it gets kind of cumbersome just having a big list of links, whereas FeatureFM, you could sort it. But again, that's only available on the more expensive plans. But if you're a manager or a label, in my opinion, you probably shouldn't be stressing about $20 a month in pricing, because you're dealing with such bigger things than $20 a month. But as an independent artist, $20 a month, it can be kind of significant, especially if you're only spending $500 a month in your ads. Then I would recommend using Hypeddit. So if you've never run one of these campaigns before, now that you have your SmartLink service picked out, you can check out this video right here, which will walk you through the entire process of setting up your campaign for conversions. Or if you prefer a much more organized course, you can check out my course, Spotify Growth Machine, to get my country list, a community to ask questions, and a much more up-to-date version of the content compared to what I can do on YouTube. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye.